Hi everyone, thanks for tuning into my channel Huub Hildenbrand Guitar Academia. Today we have lesson 3 of how to play, where I am sharing my ideas, my philosophy and my techniques, how to come into the space, into the zone of being in the music, and to improvise, to create, and to be really deeply involved into the whole thing. So it's really about playing, also playing concerts, and how you actually step, like techniques, ideas, which encourage to step into that space, that zone, and also which help you to stay there, to not get kicked out by any strange kind of thoughts or whatever. So yeah, and I thought to really go. I have actually this PDF also down in the description below. You find that these pages on how to play. I collected a lot of stuff over the time, like also different quotes and ideas, concepts, and everything. And this is the same PDF. It's also for the last 2 lessons on how to play. And I thought it would be just a good idea to really go more deeper into that and to talk about the individual things there on these pages, and to give you some maybe additional thoughts to that, or more explanation if I think it needs a little bit more explanation, because actually I made this kind of for myself, these pages, and to really remind me again of certain things, and I really these are really tested, these are really proven for myself, that these things really work in a way that it really encourages this music to happen, you know, to really come into that space, into that zone. And I hope that it's not too abstract for you, and that you don't think, oh, that sounds very esoteric. But what can I do? Maybe it is for you. It's too like mystical, spiritual, esoteric. I don't know. It's I think music, to deal with music, to be in the music, to create music. It's a certain kind of a state where you are, like a mental state, or your mind, or your heart, emotions. It's a very special, a very strong thing, and in the state where you where you have to step into that, and then when you are there, like the whole reality looks very, very, very different. But anyway, I don't have to tell you that. I think yeah, but I thought it would be really a good idea to go more into detail, and to really explain you this whole thing here. And I know that it takes a long time, but I think it could be quite interesting. Of course, for myself, it's also a good thing to really talk and explain here, because I think I also gain something from that, or definitely I gain something. I also learn something from that, and that's also the one part of the fun here, sharing information and stuff with you, and that it's also really like I benefit a lot from that, actually. Okay, so we go on lesson 3, and lesson, maybe we should not call that lesson. It's just in a way it's just a talk, in which hopefully gives you some ideas and some inspirations for your own journey. But I'm assuming, actually, when you listen to that lesson now, that you also listened to the first and the second lesson, because I explained some things which I will not explain that much again when we go on, because some things are overlapping here, and like ideas, they come back in a different kind of a form in on the page a little later. And so I really want to make sure that you really understand the whole thing, and I think you would not really get it, like what you can get out of the whole thing, if you just listen to one of these lessons, like just the lesson 3. Really go the whole thing, go the process, or at least just do one, and then you understand a lot of, I think, what is like for me important to tell you. Okay, so there is this, we go on there at the end of the first page. Once you are connected to the music, let intuition guide you. And then, like, happiness, enjoy the incredible beauty of music, a deep joy, liveliness, dedication. We talked about this idea of being in a way in control of this whole making music, to really in a way mentally pre-create the music before you actually play it. Yeah, and this is, of course, these courses are really about, or these lessons are really about like improvisation, mainly. And so you always, in a way, you always create, you always invent, and there's this very powerful situation, actually, when you are able to mentally think something and directly transfer that into sound. And this idea of being a little bit always ahead, like mentally ahead, pre-hear, pre-see, pre-visualize the things you will do just an instant later, is a very powerful thing, which really gives you the feeling to be really in control, and you can give every note a really like meaning, because you know what you say. Yeah? It's not just the fingers are moving and okay, what's happening there, and you follow what you're doing. It's like really more like a very strong connection with your inner self, and like more conscious thing about waiting till you really have a mental kind of a picture, or you hear something in your mind, in your inner ear, and then play it. But there's also another approach, which is like completely opposite in a way, and that is intuition. And intuition, more in the sense that you just don't think too much, that you just don't try to be always in this control room, that in a way you give up, let go your control mode, that just the music goes and flows, and in a way like your fingers are taking over. But there is a huge difference between your fingers are just moving somehow, the shapes of the scale, and they're just moving up and down the scale, or whatever, like certain techniques yeah, and in contrast to really be in the music, to be really in the zone, and then let go your control mode. And that's something you also have to be very careful with. Yeah. Maybe I'm not really sure. I'm not really completely sure. Maybe this kind of let go, this control instance, is maybe just a feeling. Maybe it is still there, but you don't recognize that anymore. Yeah, you play really from inside. It comes out of your deeper self, so to speak, and it's really yeah. Of course, you conceptualize or pre-create something. I mean, it's not created in the hands. It always comes from your brain and so on. But it's a bit hard to describe. But it's something I like to really focus or to be really aware of that, so that I play and I try to maybe hold back a little bit, more like waiting what will come in my inner ear, and then I go for that, and I just follow this control room instructions, so to speak. But more and more, and hopefully there is a certain point where I really feel I'm there. I'm in the music. I'm in that space where there is no orientation in a way anyway. Yeah, there is no time, there is no space. It's just this sound. And then when you are in that state, you can just let go. Like, in a way, it's like a conscious decision somehow, that the person sitting in the control room says, okay, I now do your thing. It's a little bit like a child. Yeah, it grows up. And then there comes the time when parents has to just say, okay, you go your own way. We let go, yeah, and then it will just go. And the parents are still like, feel maybe at first it's a little bit frightening, but then they feel he or she will just go her or his way. Maybe it's a bit like it feels a little bit like that if you switch this kind of mode. It's hard for me. Maybe I would like to demonstrate that, but I think it's really hard to establish this that quick these different modes. I try. Okay, actually, some stuff really happened. I mean, there was some like control thing, and then really some let go. And in a way, it's actually good that I just did it, because I also recognized that it's, of course, it is always a little bit like alternating between those two states, between these. Wait till I really hear something and I play that, and then I feel like completely in this music, and my fingers will just find the right notes. It's, of course, I'm really connected with what I play, but I'm not really in a way I'm not. This control thing is a little bit like off. You know, it's more like maybe it's a bit more direct. Maybe you can say it's more like it comes from inside and goes into the hand without interfering much with your with the brain or something. So it's not conscious. It's not really conscious that I'm actually controlling that in a way. It's a little bit, the feeling is a little bit, you trust more what comes out. You trust more your hands in a way, and you are deeply connected with the music, but you trust them. They will do exactly what, or they will do the right thing. They will find the musical notes. I practiced so much, and I was busy such a long time, and with that music, so I can maybe just let go in a way, and it will come. Yeah, so it's really hard to describe. It's like it's something what I try to describe, which is maybe not describable. Yeah, there are no words in a way. It's a feeling. It's really a feeling of being in control, being not in control. Of course, you can talk about these things, but to really this experience, you have to have. So, otherwise, these words are just words in a way. Okay. All right. So, yeah, and this idea, why that is in the same like paragraph. This happiness, enjoy the incredible beauty of music, and so on. It's like this is. Then that is actually, if you let go and if you really let your intuition guide you and take over, you just concentrate more on these aspects of the beauty of this enjoyment and the really dedication to the sound, and to be really in that and be happy, you know, with that, and not thinking about what do I play next, you know. The attention shifts a little bit, and then other things will happen. Yeah, and you're always in a way like also you can come back to that. You know, you can sense that if you kind of lose your intuition, or your intuition is not really. You lose a little bit this feeling of deep joy, of you start to maybe doubt things, what you just did or thing. And then you can always go back to that more control thing, with, of course, with a focus to really come back to this intuition. So there's actually a lot of things are happening when you just think, oh yeah, he's when you sit in the audience and you see somebody like improvising, somebody playing. Actually, there's so much stuff happening, you know. I mean, it's like it's incredible, actually. Yeah? It sounds just it's beautiful music, but what is needed for that is really like the whole person, the whole thinking, feeling, the body, intellect, the spiritual side, and everything. You know, everything is there in that in every instant of making music, and it really should be there. Yeah. All right, so let's go on with a page. We are on page 2 already. That's wow. Okay. All right, so pay attention to how it feels physically. Yeah, this paragraph, and you have everything in the PDF, so I don't have to read this all. These are like different ideas, actually, I got from also different sources, and which I think which also really helped me, and they really work in a way. One thing, of course, is it's also when practicing, a lot of stuff actually you can just apply also for practicing. That's also something I should note here. But this concentration on the body. Yeah. On one hand, we say not the fingers make music. That's what Glenn Gould say. That's a very famous quote. Not the fingers are making the music, but the brain. Yeah. So, but on the other hand, playing can be really like also like a physical sensation, in the sense that you feel, that your body feels the instrument. Yeah, it's always like touching the instrument. Yeah, having this plectrum here and touching the neck of the guitar and feeling the strings. The wound string feels different than a plain string, and also the vibration. If I play, there are these vibrations and these contact points here, also there, and on the leg here. I feel here on the body. It's really like if you concentrate more on that, these physical, like bodily sensations you get by playing, and you have, and all these contact points and all these informations of the body, actually, when you play, it can give you a deeper kind of a connection with the instrument, and that way also a deeper kind of connection with the music. Yeah, because the instrument is actually the tool to go into that mystical space, and the closer you are with the instrument, I think the more that helps. Yeah, and this other thing here with is that you this idea of embracing the instrument, and this connection plays a big part, so that you can play even more intense. This Farhan Sabah, this is an oud player here in Berlin. He said that in an interview, I think this is really important in a way. I play with a singer in a trio, one of my bands, Trio Rosenrot, and she always says, "Yeah, you have it easy, like me as a guitarist and a drummer, because you have the instrument in front of you, and it's a kind of protection." And I'm just directly confronted with the audience. They see me directly, and it's a little bit. I don't have like any safety here, so to speak. And yeah, in a way that's actually interesting. Of course, like we play these instruments so long, and we take it just for granted, how it is, how it feels. Okay, that's a guitar. I take my guitar, and sometimes it's also like it doesn't really give us a good feeling when we are not satisfied with it musically, or we practice some stuff and we think, oh, this really doesn't work, and we have so many doubts and everything. So it becomes actually something like what's not feeling very good. So what we should do is actually to enjoy that. To have the guitar like really like a person, or like a baby, or whatever, to really it gives us safety in a way. It's like we have something to do. We work on that. It's very difficult to describe. I mean, just I actually read one interview. This was also kind of, I thought it's a bit crazy, but actually not, maybe. It's like Gary Peacock, the bass player. He said in an interview in a jazz magazine, he said that before he plays, practices the instrument, in the morning or whatever, before he do that, he just he will just touch his instrument. He will just I don't know the name actually. What is this name? Yeah, if you just do that, just feel it in a way, and this gives him a kind of a sensation which really helps him playing, and he he also really needs that to really get into that, to really get connected with the instrument and then with the music, of course. And so think about that. Think about that you have to feel good with your instrument. Yeah, it's a part of you, and you touch the instrument and the instrument is touching you, and you have to balance that in a good way, and it should just feel good. Of course, also like your posture, how you sit and everything. It should be like an enjoyable thing. And this idea of what's written there also, it's actually like a kind of a quote here. You embrace the instrument, and this kind of connection plays a big part, so that you can play even more intense. Yeah, so really concentrate on this connection. Yeah, try to be really there. And when I do this, just talking about that and focusing on that, it's really like doing this kind of a vibrato thing also with the neck. You know, I feel like it's this thing here on my body. I feel the guitar more moving. I'm more aware of that. And of course, this is not about making a good note choice, or like being in the control room and create the music before you play it in your head and these kind of thing. But this is more this sensational or sensual, like feeling and being in the moment, and have a good feeling and be connected with what you do. And this will all make you more feel more. Yeah, I think this will make your music stronger. Yeah. Of course, these are all things which are not, which you can't think at the same time. You know, always like awareness and focus will shift all the time. But just to remind you maybe of that. Maybe also you can, just before you start playing a tune in a concert or something, just feel the instrument. Just feel it and just feel it. Does it feel right in a way, or just adjust a little bit, and then once the instrument is part of you, yeah, that's a feeling. Then if you practice a lot and you are, yeah, then you aim for that. The instrument is just a part of you. Yeah, David Liebman just said this, that he for him is like the soprano saxophone is like feeling like is like his arm, you know. So 3 arms he has. That's his feeling. Cool. That would be cool actually. Anyway, I'm joking here. Yeah, but the instrument is really like an extension of your body. Okay. Yeah, this is about ego. Ego. That's a next paragraph. The ego always interferes, or always wants to interfere. And what the ego contributes to the creation, to the real music, to these emotions and everything, is always destructive. When you say, I have to prove something, or I have to convince somebody that this music, what I do is great, or I have to convince somebody that I know this technique very good, and now look, and I'm really like, I can do it, you know, music will suffer. Really, it will be just a very poor thing. And sometimes, of course, like with this attitude, some players are coming very far, I think. And some players develop an incredible technique where they just play incredible speeds and everything. But I do not want to judge that. Really, I really don't want to judge that. Everything has its greatness, whatever. But I feel that sometimes this music can be so incredibly poor, so ego driven that there is there is nothing what will really touch your emotions, will really touch your heart. And for me, that is what music is all about. If I'm in a concert and somebody comes to me after the concert and says, "This I really it was so deep. I was really touched with that," and whatever, you know, this kind of a response. Then for me, I think in regards to audience, what is possible to achieve in regards to the audience, to the listener, this is maximum. This is there is nothing more. If somebody comes to me and says, "You are so quick, you play so fast, and you can do that, and this is like your technique is amazing," you know, something like that. I mean, I'm quite I would be quite surprised actually, but I would then I would maybe a little bit later I would ask myself, okay, but what for? I mean, what did I do with that? If he thinks this technique is great, but he was not like, I really felt that he was not like touched emotionally in any way, then you can really change lives. You can change the world by making deep and true music. People will listen, and if the channel is there, if somebody is moved by that, and then he or she will just experience life differently. He or she will have had an experience. And when going out of the concert room, then they will experience life more strong, more maybe be more sensitive to things, or will have this kind of more clear idea about what is important and what is not so important in life. This kind of a thing, like music can be very, very strong in that sense. It can really, I think also it can really heal, you know, like people can really stressed and whatever, and then they listen to that music and it can make such a change in them, you know. I mean, I really have this feeling when I especially when I'm in a way stressed, or when all kinds of ideas, or when I was busy with some doing stuff and everything, and then I just sit down and listen to really great, like touching, deep music. Then suddenly the whole thing, the whole experience of life changes, like drastically. I have the feeling, okay, that's what the whole thing is about, you know. I mean, not that it's about music, but that it's about this. Yeah, take your time, feel emotions, take it more serious, breathe, and just listen, just be and not do all the time, and all these things. I mean, it's like, it's really hard to describe, but I very often I have the feeling when I listen to really good music that I see life more clear. And that is something, when you make music, you can also make this, do this, give this to other people. And you can change the world. Yeah, is really like what you do is like a contribution to make this a better place. All right, going back to this paragraph here about ego, that is really like, yeah, you should read it yourself. It's really this feeling of the ego is always a really selfish, narrow thing. Yeah, it's like a dwarf, which is like destructive in a way. It's very small. It's he has more than me, and whatever, you know. It's like, but the self, the where music is about, and you have to connect with that inner like emotions. That's like an endless thing. It's an endless ocean. It's an endless cathedral or a room, and it's really you might say it's religious. I see it more as spiritual, more in a philosophic way. It's really like it's this endless side, and this individual side, which is not endless, which will go. It's this idea of soul and body. The body is a small thing. It's in a way that it's very restricted. There are clear borders. That's my body, and here my body ends. And also the whole body will go when you die, and the body and your mind, of course, which is very connected with the body, is what makes you different, what makes you individual. Yeah, it's like this limited side. It's I am different, and I am like that, and they are like that, and he or she is like that, and I'm like that, and I'm yeah. That's also like politics and everything. That's about that side, being different and somehow finding solutions and having strong egos. And I want to do that, and the other said, oh, that's completely wrong. This kind of a thing, also between religions, of course, yeah, these different perspectives, viewpoints, and whatever. But the other side of us humans is this what I think it's a good picture. It's a good metaphor or whatever, like the soul, and the soul is something what unites us all. We are all connected with our feelings. Yeah, we all feel like love and anger and frustration and I think to some degree like music is just about that. It's about that part. Music really has a very strong ability and power to connect different people. Really, sometimes when I play the concert, I mean, I have like a few. There were like a few very strong moments actually when I played, and at a certain point when I played, I felt so much connected with all the people there. I really had this feeling of we are all one. There are no me and you. It's all like it's this kind of energy where we all are, which we all are sharing in a way. It's very hard to describe, but that's more this feeling aspect, you know. There is this. Maybe I just have this idea, you know. You watch like you see the news in the television nowadays you see it maybe online in the computer, but you see the news and there's like really like you see how a child is dying of hunger, you know, this kind of horrible thing, and you see the mother is there crying, you know. There is one way of seeing that which is more intellectual, you know. It's like you see that and okay, that's the news. It's in some country which is like somewhere, I don't know where that is. Okay, what is the next news? I do not really know how the football match went out, and you know, like this kind of a thing. And you also think, yeah, that's one child dying, but there are so many other people dying, and what is about my problems? Whatever, you know, like that is like more this intellectual ego thing, more this yeah. But the other approach, or the other feeling you can have, you can be really touched by that, and you can really get tears because you see also this mother, it's so sad, and this suffering, and it's brutal and sad, and you feel that. You come to the emotional side, and when you have this emotional connection, you are so much connected with what happens there, and it doesn't matter that it's actually on the computer or in a completely foreign, different country, what you actually do not know the name, and far away, different culture, whatever, but you feel so connected to that, and it's like they sitting next to you here, you know. You wanna help them, or you wanna take them in your arm and wanna whatever, you know. I mean, it's like. And that's really this soul, this emotional side, and there I think we all feel the same. Basically, we all feel the same, and that's the thing. What music is really, I think, what music is really about, to come to that space, to show that space, to make people wake up to that space, because we are so much in our lives, and how the communities are working is so much about opinions and what is different, and I find my way, and this is better, and who earns more money, and like the misuse of power, you know. If people are in like this, they have a lot of power in like politics, or like money wise. What actually happens? What really? Yeah, it's really. I think if they would really get this connection, that all people are connected, and actually, if I harm myself, I mean, if I harm somebody else, I also suffer from that. You know, I mean, this sounds very altruistic. You say that, altruism. But in a way, that's something you really experience in music. You know, to really feel that connection, and to wake up to this emotional thing. And when we have when this emotional thing happens, then we also can have like real connections, because we can't connect to somebody just because he or she is the same like political party, you know, or something like that, or the same religion in a way. It goes much deeper. You can connect with everybody once you open to this emotional side. Okay, that was like maybe a completely different thing now, what I'm talking about here, but I feel that it's very, very connected, and this idea of ego, and like this emotional, this self, the soul aspect. So it's like in a way they're always fighting, you know. they can't, in a way they both can't let go the other. I mean, they can't get rid of the other. They are always there. That's how we are, humans. But when we go into the music, then we have to. I mean, I found out that once the ego steps into this creation of music and into improvisation, into being in this space, and the ego also wants to take part and wants to now be in control and do something and show off or whatever, then music is lost. So it's really I think, I mean, for myself, it's really important to not let the ego kick in, yeah, or try to keep it out, yeah, to not care about anything, about any judgment, about what people will say, and we talked about that already. So I think you get this picture. Okay, you know, I will stop here. I will stop here for I will say, okay, we have these 3 lessons on how to play. There are more pages. We will go more into things, but I think basically I've said everything what was important, because I was like also associating different things to that, and this maybe comes later. Also, there are some quotes, some statements of musicians and whatever. Get the PDF to get the whole thing, but I think I don't have to talk anymore about that. So we will not have a fourth lessons, a fourth session on that. So that's it. I hope you enjoy that, and please download the PDF to get really the full package, and also it supports this channel. And yeah, so I wish you all the best, and I hope that you can maybe certain things will really work for you, and I would be really happy if I could make you could give you that, and that it really helps on your own progression also, and maybe also makes your life as a musician more enjoyable. All right, so please also subscribe to my channel if you like those lessons here, and click the bell button. Then you get also notifications if a new video will be released, which is the case every week. And you can also support my work here on this channel. Just follow the link down in the description below to my website, hoophildenbrand.com, the Guitar Academia page there. You have a button where you can also donate, yeah, to get more involved here and to make this whole sharing of informations and insights and stories and theory and techniques and everything, to make this whole thing like really work in a very satisfying way. So it would be really cool. And if you stay tuned, and we will go a little bit of the journey together. All right, thanks for watching. My name is Hoop Hilden.